All right, here we go from the ice den in Scottsdale. It's Campo Verde Division 1 against Brophy for our AHSHA game of the week. I got my man Mark with me, my man Easton Sockford, a couple hockey players helping me out with the analysis today. We got Brophy in the white, Campo in the green. Easton, let's start with you. These two teams are pretty similar, but what are you looking out for Brophy? Let's talk about the Broncos. What has their season been like so far, and what are you expecting out of them today?
I mean, Brophy, very disciplined team. Second least penalty minutes in the entire league. Both these teams separated by 1 point. Kind of even matchups, goaltending-wise, forward-wise, D-wise. I see a lot of similarities in these two teams. So I think it really just comes down to who wants it more tonight and who's going to want to do the work to get this win.
Both teams with the same record, 6-9-1. It's game number 17 for both of these teams. And off we go here from Scottsdale. Back to Carter Williams for Campo in the green. The Coyotes coming off a 6-3 loss last night to AHSHA in Gilbert. As Sam Selmer makes his first save tonight. He's the Brophy goaltender tonight, backing up Max Milstein, who's not here. Selmer in his 5th game of the season. And for Campo, it's the opposite. It's Landon Toe, who's played every game this season. He's truly a rock for them. Every game, he's been their starting goaltender, and he's been pretty good this year as well. Kept in by the Coyotes. Warden shot, it's a goal!
Beautiful shot. He saw on the top of the circle. He saw an opening. He took it. I mean, he took every opportunity he gets. That's usually how he plays. You love to see it.
Jude Warden gets credit for it, and just 23 seconds in, Campo Verde's in front with a goal.
Those first 5 minutes of every game, probably the most important 5 minutes. Big goal for Campo there, building some momentum early, and then see if they can build on it even more here.
They give the assist to Carter Williams. Goal number 5 on the air for Warden, and the Coyotes are up early. Mentioned they lost 6-3 last night against AHSHA, and now Brophy is behind. For Brophy, they haven't played since Friday. They took on Mountain Ridge and fell 5-1 to the Mountain Lions, who are the number 1 seed in Division 1 right now. Turnover in neutral ice, taken back by Lynch. And Easton, you mentioned this Brophy team at times can have trouble scoring. You know, being behind is not where they want to be. They want to get right back at it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. They just need to get pucks in deep here early to start. Just kind of get their legs under them and build themselves up early so they can build more and more later on.
Campo holds the zone, back up at the top. Phillips gets it down to the half wall. Breaks watching the puck. Now he takes it away and comes the other way with speed. Breaks the top offensive player for Brophy. He lost the puck. He had McDonald to the right and Smith on his line as well. Breaks has now been with Brophy for a couple years now. He had a great year last year with the Broncos. 24 points in the regular season, 8th overall in Division 1. This year he's right at a point per game.
He's kind of always been that guy for Brophy, just someone they look to generate offense, and going down 1-0 early, they're probably looking for him to step up right here.
Milstein gets it in deep. Gilchrist looking to lay a hit, couldn't keep track of the puck, and the other way comes Brandon Brown for Campo. Both of these teams don't have their top offensive players overall in terms of their top 6. Lucas Cernecka not here for Campo. The Ewart brothers as well for the Coyotes. And for Brophy, you have a couple players like Blake Burrout and Edelstein. Bit of travel. So it's a big chance. And Mark, you can talk about this as a freshman. How important is it when players do get called up to the next level to make an impact immediately?
Yeah, I mean, it's your big opportunity to get seen by coaches at the next level, and I think it can show coaches what you can do and what you can do in a higher level. And I feel like if you can play good in those games, you're more likely to move up in your sophomore or junior year.
A huge chance for a lot of these players that might not get a ton of time at the D1 level. Brophy with a couple call-ups today from JV, a couple seniors getting a chance at the D1 level, and it's always great to see as the regular season comes to a close. Smith gets it down low. Put back behind the net of Selmer. Brophy looking to whip it out. See if this has enough for icing. It does. as Williams chases it back and beats Lorenzo to the puck. 3 minutes in, it's 1-0 Campo after a goal by Jude Warden. The senior D with his 5th goal in his 16th game. The assist went to Carter Williams. Ben Kraft will take this draw for Campo after Brophy iced the puck. Breaks will try the other way. Picked up by Musa, but he couldn't get it out. Austin there as well. Selmer makes the pad save as it echoes throughout the rink. Back to Phillips, who's looking to force it in, and he gets it in. Nice pass, tape to Lorenzo as he crosses the line. He lost the puck as he's dashing toward the net. Tried to whack it toward Toe, who hasn't seen any rubber yet tonight.
Something to note here, Dylan. It looks like Mac Franks is playing defense tonight, probably filling in for someone who's out of town, something along those lines, but that could limit how many offensive opportunities he gets, and unless he steps up and plays more aggressive. So we'll see how that plays out.
Always roster construction with these teams with travel and players. Breaks is going to have to play D. He's played D before. He does have experience on the defensive side, but like you said, it will limit how many times we see him in the offensive end.
I'd also like to touch back on something you pointed out earlier. Toe has not seen any pucks tonight, really, and that's a good thing for your defense. That means Campo's had a lockdown defense. They've held it in the offense in that neutral zone.
Loose puck and Warden's back for it. He's had a good start to this game, about 4.5 minutes in. Here's Brown over the line, tried to make a move. Past Musa, went off a skate. Back to Ewart, who gets it deep. Here's DiBiase for Brophy as they look to break it out. It's been a lot of offensive zone time for Campo so far. Smith down to the circle. Brown's shot got blocked. Picked up by McDonald, who's looking to skate it out, but he couldn't get it past the blue line. Brophy will try the far side, and they do get it. This one does not have enough for icing, as it's waved off by the official.
I'd like to point out Brody Smith, who just touched off of that puck, is a call-up. This is his 2nd call-up game in a row. He had one last night for the Division I senior night where he actually picked up a goal.
We talked about these players who get the call-ups. They have an opportunity, and yes, if anybody out there is wondering, Brody Smith, the son of our great producer Ben, with a goal last night in his first D1 game. Also had a goal in the D3 game that he played. So, 2 games, 2 goals, not too bad for him. And it's great to see a lot of the young talent, especially in times like this where there are travel programs out. A lot of the young talent, producing and getting to see the D1 level and getting to see what D1 hockey is all about. Brophy forces the puck out to neutral. He'll go back down to Phillips, who will force it around the wall. Flichting let it go past him. Lynch forces it down low. Gilchrist will pick it up for Brophy. Nice pass across the line. Comes Charlie Smith. Tried to center the puck. Fans on it along the wall. Gerskovich will put it into the open wall as Toe finally gets his first touch of the puck. This time it came with his stick as he forced it to the corner. Nice keep by Brophy. Off the stick of Freesky. And Campo will come the other way. First time Brophy has really seen any time the offensive zone was right there, and saw some good signs as the puck bounced on them a few times. Campo, the big hit along the wall. We're going to have our first penalty of the day as the arm is up from the official. It's going against the Coyotes. And they're going to get Deegan Flichting for this one. So first penalty of the day goes against the Coyotes. Let's see the call. It's on the far side along the half wall. Easton, what do you see there on this hit?
I mean, just coming up a little high here with those new USA hockey rules. Ref's going to get you every time for that one. But, I mean, if you're Brophy here, kind of a slow start to this game, this power play is really where you got to pick it up and start to create a little momentum for yourselves.
So Schlichting to the box. The official call is roughing. 2-minute power play for Brophy as Frakes put it in front. Still loose as trying to search for that one was Samuel. Campo will come the other way. Aiden Smith is going to go chase after this one with Mac Frakes. We talked about Frakes playing D tonight, but this is an opportunity on the power play for him to kind of show off offensively.
Yeah, it looks like he's running from the point here, so if I had to guess, they're going to just put two guys in front of the net and let him use his shot and try and create those second chance opportunities to get one here.
Brophy this year tied for least amount of power play goals with Campo with 6. McDonald dodges the hit, gets it to Samuel. Drop pass back to McDonald. It's going to skate along the blue line, and Frakes keeps it in. Down to Freesky in front for Samuel in that bumper position. Got taken off his stick. Lagutin looked to put it in front. Here's McDonald down low. Back to Frakes at the blue line. Toss it toward the net. Blocked down off a Campo's stick. Warden will clear it down. 45 seconds to go until Schlichting's out of the box. It was our first penalty of the day. It was a roughing call on a hit a little bit high in the offensive zone for the Coyotes. They turn it over, and Selmer has to make the save as Campo was looking for their second power play goal of the year. That was Aiden Smith on that opportunity. So Brophy has 34 seconds to work with, but they have to start in their own end. 8 shots on goal for Campo and 1 for the Broncos. Here's Spencer Milstein. Lorenzo has to skate up toward it and gets there. Across the line. Jacker takes it away from him. He turns. Can't get it out. Glove down by Frakes. Brown does force it to neutral.
You know, it was a very panicked play on number 42. It looked like he tracked down that puck and he lost it for like a good 2 seconds.
Schlichting's out of the box. Power play unsuccessful for Brophy on their first opportunity of the day. Had 1 shot, that one coming from Mac Frakes. Lagutin tried to force it lower. Carter Williams for Campo has some time and space as he passes the red. Gets across the Brophy line and will put it in deep.
Pretty physical start for Campo here. I feel like they're kind of dominating on the body here, and it's allowing them to create turnovers, get in transition, and that's what's made them so successful so far.
Jacker to the net. Selmer made the right pad save. You just hope that physicality doesn't force any arms up from the officials like it had a few minutes ago. Turnover back behind the net. Back out to the blue line. Brophy picks it off and will force it down, but it'll go for an icing. Seems like Campo's really leaning on Brophy here when it is 5-on-5. They're forcing the puck deep. They're getting offensive zone time as well. So you see Smith out there along with Frakes and that top offensive unit for the Broncos. With first-year head coach Ryan Ricci. Loose puck in the slot. Coyotes put it toward the near corner. Centering pass picked off by Freesky. Makes a few nice moves as he exits his own zone. Tape-to-tape pass to Gilchrist. Easy right pad save for Toe as he forced it to the far side, and Warden, his D-man, skates right to it. Warden lays a hit on Lagutin. Brophy looking to force it out. It went off Warden's stick, so icing waved off. Brody Smith goes back for Campo.
I'd like to point out the other call-ups, Tanganelli's out there as well. Once he gets momentum, he can be a fast skater.
Calls for both sides. Brophy called up 3 seniors today. Patrick Tanner, Connor Youngkin, along with Matthew Brewer. True opportunity for these two teams who are also looking to kind of see where they're going to end up. We only have 5 more games left in the regular season, counting this game. And in terms of seeding, who's going to be the home team for the play-in round, 5-12, the top 4 teams get a bye. Who's each team going to play? This could be a potential first-round matchup.
And as I mentioned, these teams are only separated by 1 point, so a rather influential game here in terms of the standings. Winner's going to leapfrog the other one, and barring that Campo doesn't get their fair play point as well. That's also a big factor in these standings.
Warden picks up the loose puck, tries the far wall. He gets it out as it went over Lagutin's stick. He recovered nicely to stop a 2-on-1 for the Coyotes.
Number 10, McDonald, looks like he's struggling out there. Just to even get possession and get past that body contact that Campbell's been displaying tonight.
Here come the Coyotes through neutral ice. On the far side, an easy glove save for Selmer with 3:30 to go in the first period. Easton, explain to our viewers what that fair play point means and kind of how it works in terms of the standings.
I'm pretty sure it's 13 penalty minutes, right? So if you get over 13 penalty minutes, you do not receive your fair play point. And it's just an additional point that adds to the win-loss tie total of it. But I mean, just losing a game and getting that fair play point it's a night and day difference, and it can cost you an entire seed in the first round of the playoffs.
Wins count as 3 points, and that 1 point can, like you said, it can cost you being the home team in the playoffs, or it can cost you a first round bye. We'll have to see how it goes in the top 4. Right now you have Mountain Ridge and Pinnacle as the 1-2, with Flagstaff up there as well. Phillips picks up this puck. He got to the red and got it to Milstein. Spencer's brother Max, the starting goalie for this Brophy team, not here today. Jack Haas, the freshman, picks up this puck. Got taken down along the wall. Brandon Brown for Campo with Schneider to his left. Brown across the line going right toward the net. And a nice stick by Gerskovich. Took it off his stick and took the possession away. Milstein hit his own teammate in the back and can't get the puck out. Here's Brown from long range off the glass.
Campo definitely producing more shots, but it doesn't feel like any of them have been super high quality, all kind of from the outside.
There's a high quality chance, but Schneider put it high and wide. Might have got a piece of Gerskovich on the way as well. Possession arrow always going to Campo so far. A backhand try from far away off the stick of Lopez went wide. Here's Lopez again, and a nice save by Selmer as he closes the legs and covers up the puck. It does seem like Campo's controlling play, but Brophy's doing a good job, at least before that shift, of controlling the slot and the grade A opportunities.
What I've been seeing is, like you said, Campo does look like they're controlling the play, but it looks like they're not getting off of those opportunities that they've been given a lot of tonight.
They win this draw. Long range shot, and Selmer with a glove save. Usual D2 goalie for Brophy, getting some D1 time. He's had 4 starts so far this year at the D1 level. Giving up just about over 4 goals per game, but he hasn't gotten a ton of goals in support. He started 4 games, and in terms of what his skaters in front of him have scored, it's been 4 goals total. So pretty hard as a goaltender to win when you're not getting much support, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and he's still looking for his first win at D1 here. And Brophy, I mean, 4 out of their 6 wins have come with Max Milstein in net, and that's kind of been their presence, and he's really been their rock all year.
A team that's built from their goaltender out. Here's Lynch. Campo already up 1-0, 75 seconds to go in the first period, and this play is called offside. Only goal came off the stick of Jude Warden just 23 seconds into the first period. Ever since, Selmer has been good. He's stopped 12 straight after. As Campo leads 13-4 in shots on goal. Another face-off win for Campo. Carter Williams puts it around the track. Musa for Brophy. Gets it ahead for McDonald. DiBiase will put it behind the goal line. Here's Smith, takes a hit from DiBiase, forces it out to the blue line, kept in by Lagutin, whose shot hit McDonald on the way. Brandon Musa down low. He overskated it. McDonald takes it away. Smith right on his back. Back to the blue line, Lagutin. Waits, shoots, and it got the glass. Over the post, over everything. Breaks from a sharp angle. Rebound chance in front. DiBiase feeds the blue line. Lagutin shot and a pad save by Toe as he forced it to the far corner. Good shift here from the Broncos at the end of the first period. Looking for some offense. Frakes picks it up again. Couldn't force it to the middle. Lynch for Campo. 12 seconds to go. Odd man rush. Aiden Lynch into the circle. He shoots. Saved by Selmer. Now 5 seconds as Frakes gets back. Going to clear it through the middle of the ice. Got the skate of Musa. 2-1, and that's the end of the first period. 1-0 Campo at the end of one. Jude Warden with the goal. Guys, what do we think after one?
I mean, I think that's a big turning point at the end of the period there for Brophy. I mean, to end the period on top with momentum and going into the second with that image in your head, that's an extremely positive thing to have going for you, and it's gonna be a big part in the comeback if they want to get it started here.
What I've seen is that Campo's been holding the play and taking control, but every opportunity they get, it looks like they're missing about half of them, maybe even a little more than that. But when Brophy's been getting those opportunities in their zone, it looks like they've been getting shots off. And I mean, like he said, they're going to have a lot of momentum coming into this next period.
A good shift there at the end of the period for Brophy. A couple shots on net. Landon Cho had to be up for it after not really seeing a ton of rubber through the first 14 minutes of the first period. We're almost ready for the second. 1-0 Campo in front. Goal by Jude Warden. Assist went to Carter Williams. For Williams, assist number 7 on the year. And that's big in terms of offense. Campo missing a couple really big offensive players tonight. Dylan Ewart, David Ewart, and of course Lucas Cernecco, who's the leader in assists and points for this Campo team with 9 assists and 17 points overall. And they're going to have to find offense from somewhere, and they're doing so far with that goal by Warden. Both teams switch sides, and we're almost ready for period number 2. 10 days before Christmas, both of these teams looking to finish off at least the first half of the year with a win. Their next games won't be until December 27th.
Yeah, last game here for both teams before a nice little break here for the holiday and the All-Star break as well. So I believe tonight's the last night for games as well before that break.
Right, last night, and then you go to the 27th, and then it's to the new year for 1 or 2 games for both of these teams, depending on their schedule, until the playoffs begin. It'll be the playing round, and then the playoffs will begin. It looked like a hand pass is the reason for the whistle here.
I think that one got tipped out of play.
Yeah, one got tipped out of play over there. Yeah, but I would like to touch back on that. You know, they get a nice big break, and then the 27th, I think this goes for all teams, all divisions. But once you get to the 27th, that's when it's really time to clinch down and start playing hockey. That's when it's clutch timing to really figure out your team and how to come in clutch in those big games.
Second period off and running. Spencer Milstein off the wall for Jack Haas. The freshman took it away from Brown. Back to Ewart. That's the senior Dylan who forced the puck ahead. Smith looking to go back door for Brown. A little bit in front of him. Here's Lorenzo for Brophy. Lost the puck as he came in. Samuel picks it up and a pad saved by Toe. The rebound right there, and the Coyotes skated out. Brophy, when they are getting their chances, they're doing a good job of getting the puck on net. Making Toe make some saves. Lorenzo picks this one up in neutral. Looking to go to the outside. He kept going back behind the net, but the puck was still in the corner. Milstein is going to take it back out neutral, and the forwards for the Broncos get a full change. Milstein circling in his own end. Pressured by Shackert.
Real great puck management right there from Spencer Milstein. Just staying patient, waiting for a lane to open up, and just taking the ice that Campo gives them there.
Gilchrist along the half wall. Breaks from the blue line, and he put it wide to the short side. Brieske couldn't get there. That's Smith for Campo as Brophy has to wait for everybody to get on side. Brieske, the big body, backhands it in. Ewart back for Campo. Tries to reverse it along the wall. Good skating here by Williams. With speed, he stops in the circle. Pass to the slot for Shackert. Brieske took it off his stick. Gilchrist looking to force it out. It's caught up at the blue line, and Brophy does get it out through some snow and out of play. Second period, about 2.5 minutes old, and it seems a little bit more even now. I think that shift at the end of the first period by the Broncos, maybe it was a little bit of a wake-up call, and they're now getting a little bit more possession than they were in the first period.
It's also very possible their coach gave them a wake-up call at the intermission too, which could always help.
Now, if you talk to Ryan Ricci, he's not the yelling type, but with the right reason, he probably could be. DiBiase put this one out of play. Frakes had a great chance in the slot, but his stick broke on him. Now, Easton, as a hockey player, if your stick breaks on you, I mean, that's costing you a pretty penny.
Yeah, it's costing my parents a pretty penny, rather. But, yeah, they're not big fans of it, and especially on a chance like that, you hate to see something like that happen, and it's probably one of the worst feelings in the world.
You know, if it happens on a shot from the blue line, whatever it is, but a shot from the slot with a one-on-one chance, and that'll make you feel even worse. Loose puck, McDonald picks it up, and his shot went wide of the cage, and Toe took it off the back wall and covered it. Brophy starting to kind of run their lines here. This McDonald line along with Frisky and Gilchrist as well. They're starting to kind of find their footing, it looks like. And Mark, for Campo, how do they kind of combat that? How do they get back to what they were in the first period?
Just start thinking about, when you get the puck, take your time. It doesn't have to all be rushed. You have 4 other guys in the ice with you. Take your time, pass the puck around, and get the goaltender moving. That's a big, this goalie, once he gets moving, he doesn't move as fast back. I've played with this guy a couple times in prep league. You got to get him moving or else you're not going to score on him.
And that's the expert analysis we bring in here with our man Mark, playing with the Brophy goalie. I love it. 3:15 here into the second period. It's still 1-0 Campo in front. There's an icing against the Coyotes that draws this face-off. Milstein to the net and a save by Cho as he slides to his left. In the days of travel, and especially just with scheduling and things coming up, you don't see a goalie for a team play all 20 games, which it looks like Landon Cho is going to do for this Campo team. It's got to give this Coyote team a little bit of good consistency, at least, to know that they have a really strong goalie in net every single time they play. Candeloro will backhand it in. Selmer will dive to cover that one up.
Touching back on that, Dylan, I feel like having the same goalie just gives you a sense of security in a way, because you just know what to expect every night. And to play with consistency as a goaltender is probably the best thing you can have. And that way your forwards, your D, the guys in front of you, just know what they have to give you every night in order to have success as a team.
I like to point out that Brophy's goalie is actually a call-up from Corona.
That's the day and age of the goalies. Not a lot of people want the goalies, and it's going to happen. Big collision here in the Brophy zone as Haas went down on a hit from Warden. That is a senior on a freshman, and Haas gets back up and goes right over to the bench.
Warden, I've played with him a couple times. I've also seen him in, Campo stuff. He's a hard hitter and a hard shooter. That's something you're going to learn about him very quickly. And he's not scared. He doesn't ease up on his hit.
Well, that's what Selmer saw in the first shot of the game, where Warden put it past him for a goal. It's the only goal we got so far. McDonald at the half wall will get it down deep back behind the net. Musa and Warden in the far corner. McDonald looked to put it in front. Loose puck in the slot. Coming down, DiBiase keeps the puck in possession of Brophy. Sharp angle try came to the slot, and Campo will skate it out. Milstein lost an edge. Campo takes it away. Snyder to the middle. Lopez tried to center, and Brophy takes it away, and they have numbers if they want them. DiBiase and Musa. DiBiase's shot just went wide of the far post. Musa keeps control here, gets it back for Milstein. Put in the open corner, breaks his one-timer, and Toe got a piece of it with his pad. That was a tough puck to one-time. It was a saucer pass that was bouncing on him.
Yeah, at least he didn't break his stick this time, though. So
that's right. Already one stick down. He's on the backup stick. It goes through Lagutin and back for Frakes. How many sticks do you bring to a game? 2, 3?
I'm I would say 95% of hockey players bring 2 sticks to the game. So, especially at our age, we don't have the NHL treatment where we have 6 sticks lined up for us.
It would be nice.
Yeah, it absolutely would. But
As Brown's chance just went wide on a good save by Selmer, and they're going to have to go chase this one down. Icing waved off. So if Frakes' stick breaks again, what does he do?
Borrow teammates.
That's a risky move right there.
you can always run to the pro shop.
Jackert shot blocked down. Smith caught up in his skates. Frakes will come out and get it over to Smith. Smith's shot went over the net.
I mean, you can always run to the pro shop, but if it's 8-10 at night and they're closed,
then you're in a tough spot. Smith for Campo, look to center. Off the wall, here's Gilchrist. Got it to neutral. Smith for Campo, nice moves, his shot, and a nice save by Selmer as he hugs that arm to his chest. Brophy with the nice white uniforms tonight.
that was a nice shot by Smith. He split the defense, found a lane for himself, and took the shot.
That Selmer's just the 3rd shot for Campo this period. So Selmer hasn't seen a ton of action. Those are some of the toughest saves to make. And you're just kind of sitting back watching the game, and then all of a sudden, high-quality scoring chance, you got to come up and make a save.
The shots in the first period were 13-4 in favor of Campo. This one's tipped. Selmer with a nice save on a tip from Brown. His best save of the night. The shots in the first period were 13-4 in favor of Campo. Here in the second, it's been the opposite. It's been 9-3 in favor of Brophy. Turnover here. Coyotes take it back. Here's Shackert. One-on-one with Gerskovich. Gerskovich with a nice stick to take it away. Milstein will go off the wall to neutral. Loose puck, DiBiase.
We have 3 Smiths on the ice.
But offside.
We have 3 Smiths on the ice right now. 2 on Campo, 1 on Brophy.
Look at that. Brandon Brown to the backhand in front, and Selmer makes the save. Brown with 2 big chances on this shift, but he couldn't put it home. Mark's right. Aiden Smith, Brody Smith, and of course Charlie Smith. Look at this replay by Brown. What a great move by him. He had a really good shift there.
Spencer Milstein might have saved the goal there. He just kind of swooped that one out of the crease. Allowed Selmer to clean it up for them and get it out of danger.
Brown's going to be thinking on that shift about he could have had maybe 2 goals if things were going his way. A nice tip that Selmer made a save on with his right pad, and then that chance. Campo turns it over. Samuel for Brophy. Gets taken down. No arms go up. Here's Frakes coming down from the blue line. Frakes shoots, and he put it high. Legootin will pick it up. Kept it onside. Tipped in front by McDonald, but wide. Donald with a nice move. Tried to center to Samuel. Campo picks it off. And here they come the other way. Graff takes a big hit from Legootin. Loose puck behind the net. Tried to find Vert. One of the first times we're seeing Weston Vert tonight. He's making his presence felt.
A lot of physicality showing through this game in this past 50 seconds.
A big hit in the corner. We have another penalty upcoming. This time it's against Brophy. Vert shot, and it went off Legootin stick and out of play.
Great stick by Legootin there. Saved the goal. Definitely, I mean, he was looking at a 6x4 net right there. That was a high-quality scoring chance.
Penalty upcoming. This one's against Lorenzo for Brophy. Cross-checking is the call. First time we get to see Campo to the power play tonight. And they've had a couple big chances the last 2 shifts, but the Brophy defense has been just there enough, at least, to stop them. Just like that Legootin play. Brown wins the faceoff. Back up top. Williams shot. Good save by Selmer, and he might have got a piece of his helmet as Brophy clears it out. He raised his hands to block it down. I think it got a piece of his face mask.
Yeah, I think that one hit him right between the eyes, Dylan.
6:20 to go in the second. Williams shot. Hot save by Selmer. Musa looks to skate it out, and he does.
Selmer is definitely one of the only things keeping this Brophy team in this game right now.
And we mentioned it, usually a D2 goalie for Corona. Now playing here at the D1 level. Playing well. Brandon Brown will set it up for Campo. Jackert along the half wall. Milstein pressures him into forcing it to Brown.
Good offensive hold here for the Campo.
There's a penalty here on Brophy as well.
Another penalty on Brophy as they'll touch up.
It's going to be a cross check on Frakes here. Just kind of give him a little shove in front of the net. Maybe a bit of a soft penalty, but I mean, ref's going to call you for that one pretty much every time.
So cross-checking is the call. Frakes is going to the box. We have a 5-on-3 situation. So 5-on-3 for Campo. Frakes to the box. He's one of their biggest penalty killers. And now they're down to Milstein, Leguten, and Samuel. Milstein, who was already out there for the first part of the PK. Candeloro will take the draw, and Milstein gets a much-needed clear. It's a 5-on-3 for a full minute until Lorenzo comes out of the box.
Big opportunity for Campo. If you're Campo, all you got to be thinking right now is get shots on net, pepper this goalie, and get him some move.
Here's Warden with the first goal and a glove save by Selmer. Gets him a head tap from Milstein.
5-on-3 is probably one of the toughest things to defend in hockey. There's about a million ways you can do it, and about none of them are right. So let's see what they can do here.
Lynch goes back up top. Over to Warden. Warden shot, saved by Selmer. Rebound in front and forced wide. Milstein looks to get on it. He couldn't get it out. Nice job by Warden, not only to stop it and then knock it down. Kraft at the top of the circles. Glove save by Selmer. This one will not come out. Kraft over to Lynch. Caught up in his skates. Lynch at the top of the circle. His shot went wide. Got a piece of Candeloro. 13 seconds until Lorenzo's out of the box. A nice move. Another pad save by Selmer and forced out by Brophy. Nice job on the PK of the 5-on-3. Great Broncos.
Yeah, great job clogging the middle there. Just keeping all the chances to the outside. That's about as good as you can do it right there.
We're back to 5-on-4 hockey.
Lorenzo's out of the box. He'll go to the bench and get it changed. Milstein back behind his own end. Still 45 seconds to go on the Campo power play.
I just saw a Brophy player run in full suited in his flip-flops in his hockey bag.
Here's Lynch. Back up top for Warden. He's got the only goal so far. Campo setting it up. They go along the wall. 20 seconds until Frakes out of the box. Lynch cuts to the center. His shot was blocked down off a stick. Sharp angle try goes way wide and all the way down. That's a free clear for the Broncos. Can't say enough as 5 seconds to go until Frakes comes out of the box about how this PK is played for Brophy.
I mean, phenomenal job by Brophy to stop the goal scorers from doing their thing and scoring.
Here comes Frakes, 3-on-3 for Brophy as they enter the offensive zone. Tried to drop it for Freeski, but Schlichting caught up to it. 3.5 to go in the second period, still 1-0. Schlichting tried to cut to the middle. Leguten forced the puck to the wall. Here's Aiden Lynch. He catches up to it. Top of the far circle. He'll take it down low. Gerskovich forces it off his stick. He catches up to it. Lynch still with it. Thought about a shot. Now he pulls it, and Selmer with the save. And Candeloro is not happy, and they're going to send him off for roughing. In front, that looked like Gerskovich, and it was. So he's going to draw the penalty on Candeloro, who added an extra shove there after the whistle.
This is something I start to see a lot with both Brophy teams. Once they start losing and they're deep into the second period, they start playing dirty. They'll start trying to get in your head. And Campbell's got to realize they can't retaliate because that's Brophy's #1 play. Is they try and get you, they try and draw you into a penalty, they try to talk to you, they try to talk dirty to you. You just got to remember, don't retaliate. If this Campbell squad can remember that, they'll have an amazing PK.
So a great PK by Brophy. Now they get a chance on the power play. It's Frakes. Loose puck near the slot and cleared out by the Coyotes. Easton, can a PK like that on the 5-on-3 give your team a little momentum in terms of offense?
Absolutely. I mean, it can arguably give you as much momentum as scoring a goal or something simple as that. But, I mean, killing a 5-on-3 like that, especially in a moment like that, gives a shot of energy to the whole team immediately.
Here's Lorenzo. Circling the zone for Brophy. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Frakes' shot went wide. Legooten toward the net. Picked off. Samuel at the side of the net, and Toe might have got a piece of it along with the side of the net. Legooten back up top. He'll walk the line over to Frakes. Nice move in the corner by Lorenzo. He tried to center it for Samuel. Brieski's going to get in there and go to battle with the Campo Coyote. Legooten can't keep it in. It's forced out. Under a minute to go until Candeloro is out of the box. The official call was the cross-check that we mentioned after the whistle.
Also to note here, it's a long change this period for both teams. These Campo defenders have been out here this whole penalty kill. They're going to start wearing down here, and they're kind of trapped out there right now.
Legooten shoots, saved by Toe, and cleared out by Campo as they force a one and done.
Also, beautiful clearing opportunity that they're able to capitalize on.
Legooten looks for Musa, but they weren't on the same page, and that's an icing on the power play. 16 seconds until Candeloro is out of the box, and only 73 seconds until we reach the end of period 2 in this game that has had one goal that came 27 seconds in off the stick of Jude Warden.
I feel like I can't express this enough. Communication is one of the most important parts of hockey. And as we saw last play, if you don't communicate, stuff like that will happen.
Musa was looking one way and the puck came the other way. Milstein back behind his own end. Gorskovic to Milstein. Under a minute to go in the first, and out of the box comes Candeloro. We're back to 5-on-5. Brophy power play now 0 for 2 on the day. Here comes Campo. Lynch across the line to the center. Lynch's shot saved by Selma. Rebound chance went to the corner. Candeloro fed the middle, and Kraft couldn't get his stick on it. Musa gets to the red and gets it past the official, who had to dodge out of the way. Jack Haas back behind the net. Look to center this one. Musa at the side now. Toe looking over his left, now looking over his right shoulder. 15 seconds to go in the period. McDonald couldn't find a Bronco. Milstein can't keep this one in after an odd bounce off the wall. Gorskovic takes a big hit from Brown, or check that, Lynch. Or Smith, I should say.
We'll get it eventually.
There's an Aiden Smith, there's an Aiden Lynch as well. And they both play very similar. Anyways, end of the second period, and we're still at 1-0 after the only goal coming off the stick of Jude Warden just a couple seconds into the first period. Ever since, we've had chances, but we haven't had many goals. And guys, tell me if I'm wrong here, but you got to give a lot of credit to Sam Selmer here. He's been really good in net for Brophy.
I mean, he was the call-up from Division 2 for Corona, and he's stepped up like he's been, I would say he's the only reason that this Brophy team has not let in a goal this whole period.
I believe he's had 21 straight saves on 22 shots, so when the first one didn't let it get to his head, he's just been focusing on the next shot. He's really held him in this game.
He's been great, and Brophy needs one. Easton, for you, what does Brophy have to do here? They've seen flashes of doing good things, but how do they get that infamous goal to tie this one up?
I really think they need to take a breath here. This has felt like a very blow-for-blow game for me. Kind of just rushes, trading chances off the rush, and I think they need to just kind of settle down a little bit, control the puck in the zone, and they're getting a lot of shots from the point, so just keep shooting from the point, get traffic in front. They have to understand that this first goal is going to be an ugly goal at this point in the game, and they just need to find a way to get one through and open the gates here.
We're back in action here for period number 3. Brophy and Campo through 2, just 1 goal, 1-0 in favor of the Coyotes.
The call of Brody Smith will be on that starting line for the period.
Here's Tanner moving through on the backhand. He's taken down by Williams. Penalty against Campo. They are going to take Williams here.
Got number 28 on the ice, no last name, just showed up, drawing penalty on his first shift, making his presence felt immediately, but not exactly sure who it is.
They had a couple calls, but we mentioned there was a couple players who showed up late who haven't been able to play yet tonight. But nevertheless, a great impact from our mystery player. Back up top, breaks his shot, had it aside by Toe. Power play chance for Brophy here. It's their third of the night. Brisky at the circle. Tried to drag it down. Lagutin's going to try to find the blue line. Frakes with a nice pinch. He keeps his own.
Look for Brophy to step up with that pinch a lot here. Down one in the third. Probably going to start getting a little more aggressive with those strong side steps.
Gonna have to go all the way back here as Williams is in the box for 60 more seconds.
I mean, McDonald's over here by the face-off red line in the center ice, and he looks tired. He looks gassed.
This play is offside as Samuel went into the zone a little too early. So the face-off will come out of the zone. It'll be Samuel and Brown on this draw. 75 seconds to go on the Brophy power play. Give a lot of credit to Landon Toll right now. He's working on a perfect game. In front, set. McDonald save, rebound, and he put it wide. Oh, on the far side.
What a scoring opportunity for Brophy, and they failed to connect on that.
That was the first real rebound that Toe gave up all night, and Brophy just couldn't capitalize there. Now Brown's taken down. This is a penalty against Frakes. As it's touched up, that was a bang-bang play, but Brown taken down. It's going to be a trip, and we're going to see some 4-on-4 action here.
Frakes' second penalty of the night, and kind of uncharacteristic for this Brophy team. I think that's their third penalty tonight, and they're the second least penalty taking team in the entire league. So a little uncharacteristic to be shorthanded as much as they are, but their penalty kill's done an excellent job so far.
Both teams haven't seen any success on the special teams. Maybe that changes here. Jacker puts it way high. So Frakes is in the box. We're playing 4-on-4. So 30 seconds until Williams comes out of the box. This one goes past the pad of Selmer. Picked up by Brophy. Milstein stops with it. More space on the ice here to work with. Could help Brophy here, but they're going to be on the PK shortly as they tip it in.
4-on-4, all about possession. No need to rush anything with all the ice. Just possess the puck, wait for your chances, and take what comes to you.
Lynch's shot saved by Selmer. Rebound cleared out of harm's way. Williams is out of the box, and Campo has a power play. Their third of the night. They are 0 for 2 so far. Milstein takes down his man behind the net. A minute to go until Frakes is out of the box. Warden at the top. Got a good shot up there. Gets it down to Brown. Brown with a nice move at the goal line. Tossed it in front. Tipped away by Brophy's Lorenzo, who skated past the puck and at least got it down and get his guys a chain. Warden for Campo with 35 seconds to work with on the man advantage. Smith for Shackert in the slot. Tried to turn and shoot, but Milstein tied him up. Musa tried to get it ahead.
Beautiful hold on the line, and that puck is not moving right now. It's stuck between two guys' skates.
That's Phillips right there. He actually used the wall of the bench to keep it in, and did a good job at that. Big hit neutral ice. Saved by Selmer. And we have a player down in the circle.
Yeah, he's struggling to get up. We saw him take a hard hit. He didn't really have anything to rebound his body off of except for the ice.
I wouldn't be shocked if they call this one a 2 and a 10, Dylan. This kind of looks like something they might call head contact here. But let's see what they go with.
And that's Musa, who's going to head to the box. Let's see what they call here. Campo still has 5 seconds to go in the original penalty, and Shackert was the player that was hit. He's up and skated over to the bench, so he seems to be all right. But let's see what they call here. It's a rough. Matter of how long. and it's just going to be a 2-minute call. So 2 minutes for roughing. So Campo back to the 5-on-3 for 5 more seconds until they'll go back to a 5-on-4. And you got to think these Brophy penalty killers are getting tired.
What I'm seeing is Shakar is complaining mostly about his stomach. I think it took that hit straight to the gut.
Brophy wins the draw, and they get it out as a huge draw to win, as now it'll be 5-on-4 as Frakes is out of the box. Always tough to get a flow in your lines when you're taking a ton of penalties, but Brophy right now just has to survive. And with how this game is going, it could be next goal, at least for Campo, could win this game. Selmer made the save, and then it went behind the net. Moose is in the box for 1:30 more. In front, Kraft, and the loose puck is gobbled up by Selmer as he will cover it.
We're seeing a little extra words now between plays. Just, you know, both players from both sides giving it to each other after the play.
Never seem to tell when they're just friends or if they're just not fans of each other or what the deal is, but
sometimes you get the, negative connotation words, and then a couple minutes ago I saw Sensor Millstein giving a fist bump to a Campo player over there after a whistle. So, there's pros and cons. A huge pro tonight has been Sam Selmer, who's now made 26 saves on 27 shots. Just needs a little support.
Yeah, Brophy just needs to find a way to create a little offense. It's been short-handed for most of this third period, but they need to get this kill through, not let up any goals, and then look to create momentum.
They have one shorthanded goal this year. It came off the stick of Mac Frakes, who tried to force the puck out. Legooten back for the Broncos. And he will flip it all the way down to where toe stands.
That one will be on that.
Here is Frakes. Lost the puck to Ewart. Here's Helvik, who Campo didn't have earlier in the game. He just came back probably from his travel game. First time seeing Gavin Helvik tonight, and he's been great for this Campo team. 6 points in 11 games. You gotta have a name as this one comes in front and almost went in on a tip. You gotta have some sort of nickname or some sort of phrase for the players who are coming back from their travel games and coming midway through their AHSHA game. Here's Helvik at the top. Watched by McDonald. Toss it toward the net. Selmer with the pad save. McDonald will look to backhand it out, but good keep by Ewart at the top. Ewart all the way across. Helvik to the net. Selmer with the stop. Rebound chance. Smith poking at it along with Lynch. And Brophy will go off the wall, but not out just yet. Moose is out of the box now. We're back to 5-on-5. Another successful PK for Brophy as they're going to put this down for an icing. But how much can you talk about the PK of the Broncos? They've been very strong tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Selmer's been fantastic, obviously, but you got to give a lot of credit to this Brophy defense. They've done a great job clogging up the middle, making sure most of the chances are coming from the outside, and making Selmer's job a little bit easier.
9:30 to go in the third. We're back to even strength, and Brophy's chasing one. Broncos have played in a lot of low-scoring games because that's how they play. They're a 1-0, 2-1 type of team with great defense, and they'll find their offense here and there. Campo, not so much. They've scored a good amount of goals this year. They've scored 50 goals, over 3 per game, or right under 3 per game, I should say.
I would also like to mention that their goal differential is only -3, meaning they played in a lot of very close games, and even when they are losing games, they're keeping them close and competitive.
They played a lot of top teams very close. They tied with Notre Dame earlier in the year when Notre Dame was really going. They played Mountain Ridge to a 1-goal game. This is a Campo team that when they're playing top teams, they play very well. They're not getting, blown out 5-1 or whatever it may be. They keep games very close, and that's to their defense, their great goaltender and Landon Toe, and this entire program.
So, how does goal differential really work? I've never been a stats guy.
So, best way I can describe it is if you have a goal, it counts as a +1, and then getting the goal scored against you counts as a -1. So, kind of the same concept as a +- for a player, but it just goes for the whole team.
Take goals for minus goals against. right? And
That makes sense, yeah.
if you have a close goal differential, if you're a losing team or a team that loses more than they win, it's, you're losing a lot of close games.
You sure explained that a lot better than I did.
Campo has been doing better with Division One than they were last year, though.
Here's McDonald shot and a nice save by Toe with the glove. Could have been his best save of the night as he snatched out of midair. And you said it, Mark. Last year, Campo did not have a year that they want to remember. They went 2-17-2. Actually gave your Pinnacle Pioneers a good fight in that playing round. You remember there?
I do.
Easton, but they had trouble scoring last year. Only 46 goals in 21 games.
And
This year, much different.
If I remember correctly, Pinnacle went on to Nationals last year.
No, we did not. That was Centennial.
Centennial.
3 years ago.
I always get them mixed up.
A turnover in front, Campo's chance, and a save by Selmer on a turnover.
It's a great effort, great second effort there by Spencer Milstein. I think he got a little bit of his stick there and made it a lot more difficult to get a high-quality chance off there.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Gurskovich. Nice pass off the wall. Here's McDonald, who had that initial chance with the glove save. Snyder forcing his man to the wall. McDonald goes down, but somehow kept the puck. Centered it in front for Samuel. And Samuel took a spill. Here comes Campo the other way. Ahead for Lopez, who forces it in. It's getting down to crunch time now, and Brophy is looking for one to tie. Risky looked to drop it. He turned it over. Snyder's shot went over the net.
I want to touch back up what you said. It's crunch time for definitely Brophy, but also for Campos. They're looking for that second goal to secure them the win, and Brophy's looking for that first goal to tie the game.
The puck does end up in the back of the net of either of his teams. It's going to be big.
Can't help but to feel like it's a next goal win scenario here. I mean, to get a goal and just build off of that, get that momentum with that first goal for Brophy. Can't help but to feel like they might get a second, and then to get that insurance goal for Campo. I don't think they're going to give up two in these last 6 minutes if they score the next one.
It's been a very tight defensive-minded game. Landon Toe's been great. 19 saves now for him. For Selmer, 28 saves. Brandon Brown tried to move around his defender. Loose puck in neutral. The ice definitely getting a little more choppy now in the third. There were no ice cuts between periods here in the regular season. Always tougher in the third period to move the puck.
Nice layer of snow on the ice.
That's where you just kind of have to simplify it. Move pucks quickly. Don't overhandle it, because it gets a lot more difficult to make moves on people and a lot easier to turn over the puck when you're trying to handle it.
So breaks to Lorenzo. Try to move it in front. Campo takes it away, and the Coyotes will break out.
A little bit of an off-topic question. At which point of the playoffs do they start cutting in between periods?
Great question, Mark. Loose puck in the slot. I want to get to it as soon as we have the time. Warden did keep it in. An onside play and kept that one in as well. Off the post went Warden. Very similar to his first shot that went in for a goal in the first period. This time he gets iron. And Campo that close, making a 2-goal game and potentially getting the knockout punch in this one. Brandon Brown across the line. Drops it for Shackert. Tried to make a move, picked off. 2-on-2 for Brophy if they hurry. Here's McDonald. Tried to move to the backhand. Shackert with a really nice back check to get back in time and lift the stick. Here's Smith. Gets it down low. Pile up in front of Selmer. Official telling both of those guys to get up. Samuel for Brophy and a glove save by Toe. Mark, I want to go back to your question. Now, because, gratefully Division One now has all their playoffs at Mullet, there will be ice cuts between the second and the third period. And in the championship, it's an ice cut between every period. For the championships at D2, D3, and JV, it's very similar to the Division One championship. So, it really helps quality of play. As you guys know, as hockey players, I never lace up my skates in a hockey game, but I would assume that the cleaner the ice, the better it is for quality of play.
Yeah, better glide.
Yeah, I can't stress enough, not from just an ice standpoint, but from like a team morale standpoint, those intermissions can be, because, I mean, if you're down a goal, up a goal, whatever, it's those intermissions where you have to gather your emotions and get ready to play that third period, which is often the deciding periods in those playoff games, because they are always played tightly.
And especially in the regular season, there's only 1 minute intermissions. Hard to kind of, like you said, gather your feelings and everything like that. You know, that goes to a period that I think of that really helped. That was the ice cut between the second and third period of the championship 2 years ago between Desert Vista and Notre Dame, where Desert Vista down 4-1, they get the intermission, and then they go back and they score 3 goals to force overtime and eventually win. Who knows if they do that if they only have that 1 minute intermission, right?
Exactly.
Here's Brophy the other way, looking for one. 4 minutes to go. Frakes from long range.
I mean, when you only have a 1 minute intermission, there's not a lot that can be said.
Lagutin over to Milstein. Brophy pushing now. Milstein to the net. Went off the side of the cage. Lorenzo to the corner. Back in front. Loose puck in the blue crease. Still loose. Toe can't get his glove on it. Brophy pushing here. Selmer still in net. Loose puck on the rebound. Lorenzo can't pick it up.
I mean, just what a sequence of opportunities for Brophy here is. They had not one, but maybe even 4 opportunities to put in the net there just within the first 15 seconds.
This is going to go down for icing against the Broncos. 3:30 to go, and now Ryan Ricci, the head coach of Brophy, wants a timeout. So he's going to take his timeout. A good shift there for the Broncos, and a little early probably to pull the goaltender, but that's a really good shift from your top guys there.
Yeah, trying to look to keep this momentum here. Trying to get those top guys a rest. I believe all the top guys were on the ice for that shift there. A couple of great chances there, but I think they're just looking to rest their top guys here and try to keep the momentum rather, and try and get that tying goal here.
And you saw at least a little bit in the third period. Now you get breaks on the forward set with Milstein and Lagutin back on D. You're going to see him more deeper in the offensive zone. He doesn't have to worry about going back to cover.
Well, with how long we've seen it taken for both teams to score, I think they pull the goalie soon. Maybe not at 3 minutes and 31 seconds, but maybe even at 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
2:50 is what Mark says. We'll have to see. It's an offensive zone draw for Brophy here. Frank, Samuel, Musa, Milstein, and Lagutin, the 5-man unit. Kraft and Samuel on the draw. Brophy wins this one. Frakes does a nice job of backhanding it back. Lagutin to the net, and a nice save by Toe. And we talked a lot about Sam Selmer so far, but Landon Toe has been really strong for this Campo team tonight.
These D-zone draws right here are extremely important for Campo.
They win this draw. Back for Phillips, who will try the far side wall, and they get it out. Will it have enough for icing? It won't, because it comes in on Selmer, who's going to have to hold it because he came in too slow, and Campo came in with pressure with Kraft. So an offensive zone draw now for the Coyotes, as now we get a little happy conversation between who's that, Kraft and Selmer, sharing a little hug.
Makes it a little easier to tell when they're hugging.
Here's a loose puck. Frakes is going to try to catch up to it. Frakes to the net, and he fanned on it. Oh, he just didn't get anything on that puck.
A little bit something fun about Kraft. He loves to bake, apparently.
Goes with his last name. Crafting up, right?
Yeah.
Loose puck in neutral, 3 minutes to go. Milstein's going to go back for it. That was a big chance for Brophy on that little alley-oop play to Max Frakes, but just a little bit unlucky. The stick has kind of failed him tonight in a couple ways. Breaking, and then he didn't get much on that puck.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you got to wonder if he doesn't break that first stick if he scores that goal there.
You know, you never know. And also, this one will maybe have enough for icing. That's a generous call for Campo.
You know, when Kraft's not baking biscuits on the ice, he's baking in the kitchen. So
that's right, Mark. That's a great one. Let me ask you, Easton, for you, let's say, Frakes has to go to that backup stick for the rest of the game. He's probably not as comfortable with that stick as he is probably the first one, right?
It's pretty dependent on the person, because I could say for me, absolutely yes, but some people have same stick, same flex, same hurt, same cut. So
here's the thing, if you haven't used that stick, it's not broken in.
is very true. A lot of people like to switch off. Just kind of depends on the person, but definitely could be a factor for him for sure, though. I could see it.
Brown takes this draw. Campo now kind of in 2 clock mode, looking to kill time and maybe find another one as well to kind of finish this one off. Breaks along the wall, 2:20 to go. Going to see a lot of him, see a lot of Milstein as well. Is an onside play for Brophy as they move in. The shot goes off the side of the net. We have a whistle behind the play.
I think Brophy will go on a penalty kill.
It looks like they're getting them both here.
They're taking Gerskovich and they're taking Lorenzo and they're taking Williams.
Williams did not. I don't think so, because Williams, I didn't see him retaliate one bit on that play.
Let's see this replay here. It was kind of just a collision in neutral ice. Something happened after.
Yeah, I mean, he was pushing the whole time.
Yeah, interesting that they get them both there. I mean, I'm surprised they even got one, honestly, but kind of right in front of the ref. But going to be 5-on-5 offsetting penalties here. So Brophy not going to be short, which is huge for them with 2 minutes 16 left.
I mean, interesting call. Seeing Williams didn't really retaliate on that play.
It'll come back out to neutral. Milstein turned it over. Here's Smith for Campo to finish it. And a big save by Selmer. I don't even believe he got a shot away. But Smith was on a breakaway from the red line in. And Selmer with another huge stop, keeping his Bronco team in this one. Excellent save from the goaltender. Watch this replay as Smith came in.
Yeah,
He got much off.
I think he was looking to go 5-0 and just kind of slam the doors on him.
This one goes over the net off the stick of Shacker. 2 minutes to go. We'll keep an eye on Selmer if Brophy can get in the offensive end. They have chances here with numbers. McDonald over the line. In front. The shot. It goes in. Brophy ties it.
It's the mystery player.
1:50 to go, and Brophy ties it. McDonald set it up. And we're tying at 1 on a great odd man rush set up by Frakes to McDonald.
If only we knew the goal scorer's name.
Names on the back are important, and as a player who showed up a little late to the game, I'll tell you this, Frakes and McDonald are going to get the assists. So a tie game now, 1-1, as Campo had a chance there. They had the breakaway by Smith and then another try by Schlichting, but he missed the net, and now Brophy has tied this game up. And I would say, blame us for not knowing who it is, but the website as well doesn't know who it is.
It was Spencer Leach.
Spencer Leach wearing 28 tonight. And, that looks like Spencer Leach as well. Campo in front of this one might have got the post. Leach, who usually wears 34. We've seen him wear 28 a little bit, but maybe forgot his jersey or whatever that might be. Leach with the goal to tie the game.
Was he a call-up, maybe?
No, he's D1 player, Spencer Leach, and some sort of jersey thing. Forgot his jersey, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. He's tied this game up, and here comes Frakes for Brophy. Under a minute to go. Campo has had many chances to take a 2-0 lead, and they just couldn't get another puck past Selmer after their first shot went past them. 40 seconds to go now. Tie game 1-1. Here's Lynch for Campo. Lost it to his own man with Brody Smith. Now Shacker or Schlichting. Schlichting to the backhand. Schlichting to the net. Puts it in front. Nobody home with 25 seconds now. Breaks, backhands it to neutral ice. Campo picks it up again. Lynch on the forehand. Selmer with the save, and he'll cover with 13 seconds to go.
Big face-off for Campo here as they have 13.1 seconds left. They can do it. They could score a goal here and win this game.
You got to be looking for a set play here. We've got a timeout here for Campo Verde, and they're going to be looking to, I'd imagine, draw something up, get a quick shot up, create some chaos in front.
Maybe even one quick off the draw.
So Leach with the goal. Leach with the goal. Jude Warden had the other goal, and we're pretty much you had a goal 27 seconds in, and you have a goal with 2 minutes to go. And a lot of time without a goal. Both goalies have been playing very well tonight. It hasn't been a lack of chances for each team. It's really just been really good goaltending play. So it's an offensive zone draw for Campo. 13 seconds to go, and they're drawing up what they can see. Right now, head coach Greg French is not here tonight, so it's all about Coach Rydell, who's the acting head coach tonight, and for Brophy, it's all about defense.
If you are Brophy, though, you got to think, are you looking to stretch someone out here and kind of hit them off the draw? You could look to create some offense off this draw from your own D zone. Or are you just trying to bear down and just stop Campo from scoring and you're going to take the tie?
Off the draw, Brophy wins it. Milstein's going to go along the wall, but it'll go down for an icing. So now 5.7 seconds to go, and less time for Campo to work, but still enough time to possibly get a shot away.
You know, I think they actually were kind of looking for a play there. It looked like he was thinking rim the whole way and maybe trying to get a guy out to that weak side wall and pick it up for like a quick odd man rush.
Watch out for Warden here, along with Helbig, who's right behind Candeloro. Off the draw, Helbig shoots. It got blocked down. Williams, the shot was wide on the short side, and that's it. Tie game, 1-1 is the final. A great game here tonight from the Ice Den. Campo scored in the first minute. Brophy scored in the last 2 minutes, and we tie at 1 apiece. No overtime here in the regular season, but guys, what are your takeaways from this game?
I think it comes down to goaltending. I mean, that's 31 straight saves for Selmer, and I mean, that's an incredible performance, something that definitely needs to be noted. And on the other end, Toe as well, I mean, he played very well, giving up a goal in the last minutes, but other than that, absolutely solid performances from both goalies.
If it was not for Selmer, I think Camp would have won this game. Selmer played a lockdown game in his crease tonight, and he made his name known.
He's great, really good goaltending from both sides, and 1 goal for each side as well. Both goalies share a high five, and that'll do it from us tonight. 1-1 tie here from the Ice Den.
I mean, it's all love for Selmer right now from both teams.
It's a lot of respect for a lot of these players. So Campo and Brophy tie, our last game before the holiday break. We wish everybody a happy holidays, and we'll see you after the break.